Hi and welcome, I'm Melanie. So I'm on here today to talk about why it's so important, well, essential really, to navigate this journey through how you're feeling and not how you're thinking, okay? When you first meet your divine masculine, you will be coming from your mind and ego and not from your soul. You won't have had your awakening at that point. So you'll be coming very much from your mind and your ego. And although you will be feeling very blissful, you'll be feeling, that you can't describe the feelings you have for this person. You'll know they'll be like out of this world. You'll know it's something far deeper, and that's all soul that you're feeling then, because you won't be able to describe how you're feeling in words, but you know it's an inner knowing. So that's always your soul. But primarily, you'll be coming from your mind and ego, okay? And so when you go into separation, because you've had the heart activation and it causes you to go into separation, you'll still be primarily coming from your mind and ego, okay? And your mind is very limited. It can't understand anything outside of the 3D reality. It's what it sees, all the senses, like I've mentioned before. It can't understand anything like that. The soul is a mystery to the mind. And of course, attached to the mind is the ego. And the ego is all about fear. So when you go into separation, you have all of these fear-based emotions come up, okay? So you're feeling them, but they're fear-based, okay? Now, any fear-based emotion is always coming from your ego and your mind, because your ego controls you with all of these fears, okay? So you'll be feeling, an array of emotions like fear and doubt, maybe abandonment, jealousy, resentment, because they may have gone off somebody else, something like that. You may be feeling abandonment, betrayal. You'll be feeling a whole range of negative, heavy, dense emotions. Okay. You'll be feeling devastated. And of course, it's because you're still in the mind and ego. And your mind can't understand this connection because it won't be able to put it into words. But you'll have this inner knowing that although your divine masculine has run and they're not with you anymore and you don't know why and you can't understand it, that's because you're trying to make sense of it in your mind. But you know within your heart and soul that what you have with this person, with your divine masculine, what you felt, what you know that they felt was true and real, and it was very deep. So the thing is, this whole connection, this whole journey, okay, this whole awakening is about how you feel and not what you think, because a spiritual awakening is not something that the mind and the ego will understand, okay? So of course the ego will try to keep its hold on you, its grip on you, by trying to make you fear. So of course all those things you're feeling in especially those early stages of separation about your divine masculine, and why you keep chasing and why you keep looping, is because you are in the mind and ego and you are expecting it to be you're expecting it to be a romance. You're thinking it's a romance and you're expecting certain things from it, because that's how the mind works, okay? It works by, it has expectations, it makes plans for the future. And so when that's not happening, you become fearful, okay? Your ego kicks in and you think, okay, all right, what's happening? I don't understand. I'm confused. You become scared, okay? And you have panic. And of course, because your ego at that time is so loud and you can't hear the subtleties of your soul underneath, because your soul doesn't shout. Your soul just speaks to you in, whispers and nudges. They're very gentle. They're very soft. and you have to make a real effort to hear them and to be aware of them. But when you have this awakening, it's all about how you feel. So when you go into separation and you are feeling that energy of you have that pull towards your divine masculine, and you really want to chase them, you really want to, that's how your mind's telling you you've got to reach out to them, you've got to contact them, you've got to keep checking their social media, because you need to keep what you found and you don't want to lose it. You must hold on to it, you must chase after it, and you'll be made to feel fearful. It's going to be loud because you're not used to hearing your soul. You're not used to feeling your way through anything. You're used to thinking. But this whole journey is about how you feel, and for all the way through. But of course, at the beginning stages, or if you are still in that chasing and looping stage, because of course, once you go down that rabbit hole of chasing and looping, it can be very difficult to get out of it, because you are in your mind and ego, and your mind and ego will keep telling you that this is what you've got to do. But of course, this journey, because of the energetic connection you have with your divine masculine, it doesn't work that way. So all the time, if you're having those, if you're knowing that this is something so deep and profound and you've never felt it before, and you go, you say to yourself, I just know, then because it's always here that you come back to on this journey. Wherever you are on the journey, it's always here. So if you're having doubt about whether this connection is real, whether it's true, because your mind and your ego is loud, always drop into soul, come into your heart center, and find the answers there, because that's where the answers lie to anything on this journey that you come up against. Whether you're in that chasing and looping stage and you're wanting to get out of it, you're exhausted, you haven't got the energy to keep chasing and keep longing and keep, they're always in your mind, you see. Well, drop into soul, come back to soul, because it's here where you will find that peace, that calmness, that stillness, and also you will know the truth of what this journey is. And, you also could be sort of going through like your healing process at the moment. You could be coming up against some very heavy, difficult traumas, emotions, things from your past, traumas that you need to heal. And you could be feeling in quite a dark place, or you could be you could be at a roadblock where you just don't know where to go, how to get around this. It's, and it's making you feel very low. And again, any time that this happens to you throughout your whole journey, come back to soul. It's always what you feel on this journey. It's never what you think. It's so easy on this journey at any point to drop out of soul. Even if you've been, really making a lot of progress and you're aligning with your soul, you can still drop out of soul and into ego. We are living a human experience, and we'll have things in our lives and our world which will cause us to drop out of soul and into your ego again. And it's so easy, and sometimes you're not even aware of it, that you're in your mind and you're not in soul. And it's always important when you sort of get to a point you think, hang on a minute, I need to come back to soul, get back to soul, drop in and quieten the mind, because this journey is not about what you're thinking. It's not about that. If you're having any fear-based emotions, then get back to soul, because that's where the truth of this journey lies. That's where you'll find your answers. That's where you'll find the peace and the calmness that you need, the stillness. Always come back to your soul. This isn't about the mind and ego. It's about your soul. You are a body and you are a mind, but you're also a soul, okay? You're living a human experience, so you need your body and you need your mind, okay? Your ego is attached to your mind, it's created by your mind to help us to navigate when we needed it. I mean, sort of many years, back in ancient man, we needed our ego, but it's not the truth of who we are. So all those fear-based emotions, anything that's coming from the mind, if you're trying to analyze, if you're trying to make sense of this journey, if you're very much in here, if you keep looping and looping and you're feeling fear and any of those emotions, fear-based emotions, you're always in the mind and ego. You're never in the soul. So then take that as a sign to get back into soul, where you will find that peace, that calmness, and the truth and the answers to whatever it is that you're struggling with. Okay, so I just felt it was important today to come on and to just tell you the importance of feeling your way through your awakening journey instead of thinking your way through. Okay, anyway, that's all for me today. Sending you much love. Thank you for watching. Bye for now and blessed be.